August 2017. A private jet touches down in Paris. Cameras are waiting. Thousands of fans are already lined up outside a stadium, chanting a name that, just days earlier, belonged to Barcelona. Neymar Jr. is about to become the most expensive footballer in human history. Not for 100 million euros, not 150 million euros, but 222 million euros. A number so absurd, it broke the transfer market and rewrote the rules of football finance forever. But here's the real question. Nobody was asking loud enough at the time. Why would a 25-year-old walk away from the best team on the planet, a team he was winning everything with, to join a club that had never even reached a Champions League final? The answer isn't just about money. It's about ego, ambition, betrayal, and one shadow that Neymar could never fully step out of. Let's break it down. To understand why Neymar left, you have to understand what he was leaving. Barcelona's front three, Messi, Suarez, Neymar, the MSN, was, statistically, the most devastating attacking trio in football history. Together they scored over 350 goals in all competitions during their time together. Neymar wasn't just a squad player. He was integral. A Copa del Rey, a La Liga title, and most iconic of all, the 2015 Champions League treble. On paper, this was paradise. So why did paradise start to feel like a cage? Here's the uncomfortable truth. No matter how brilliant Neymar was, he was always going to be the other guy at Barcelona. Messi wasn't just the best player at the club. He was the club, the captain, the board's untouchable golden child, the one who got final say on tactics, transfers, even dressing room politics. Neymar reportedly grew tired of being positioned as the second star. He wanted more responsibility, more say, free kicks, penalties, the spotlight that comes with being the guy, not a guy. At Barcelona, that role was already taken. Permanently. It wasn't just about football hierarchy. There was real tension building off the pitch, too. Reports at the time suggested Neymar felt Barcelona's board had failed to deliver on promised bonuses and pay rises they'd discussed in earlier renewal talks. He reportedly felt underappreciated, like the club was happy to use his image, his marketability, his brilliance, but wasn't willing to fully recognize him the way they recognized Messi. Small cracks. But cracks that a certain club, thousands of kilometers away, was about to exploit perfectly. Paris Saint-Germain, backed by Qatar Sports Investments, had one clear mission: turn PSG into a genuine European superpower, not just a domestic giant. They needed a global icon to do it. Someone who could sell shirts worldwide, dominate headlines, and instantly legitimize their Champions League ambitions. Neymar was the perfect target, a generational talent, marketable, hungry, and, crucially, frustrated enough to listen. So PSG didn't negotiate with Barcelona. They didn't need to. They went straight to Neymar's release clause, 222 million euros in cash, all at once. A figure so enormous, Barcelona had no legal way to block it, no matter how much they protested. When the move was confirmed, it didn't just shock football. It shattered a record that had stood for the sport for years. The previous transfer record was less than half of what PSG paid. Barcelona's board publicly voiced anger and even accused PSG of financial doping. But behind closed doors, insiders admit the club knew this day might come. Neymar's ambitions had simply outgrown his role in Messi's team. Just weeks later, PSG doubled down, signing a teenage phenom named Kylian Mbappé, setting the stage for one of football's most star-studded and star-crossed attacking lines ever assembled. Neymar's move didn't just change his career, it changed football economics forever. Release clauses ballooned overnight. Clubs began pricing their superstars defensively, terrified of the next Neymar scenario. Did Neymar get what he wanted? The freedom to be the guy out of Messi's shadow? In some ways, yes. In others, PSG's Champions League drought continued, and questions about his decision followed him for years. But one thing's undeniable. August 2017 wasn't just a transfer, it was the moment football's financial ceiling shattered, and nothing since has been quite the same.